Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we want to take a look at Yeti Smash, and especially we want to take a look at the Ram, the War Wrecker. One of the, I feel like at some point, not really that greatly used siege machines which are out there. I think the Blimp, for example, or the Siege Barracks are way more popular, but the Ram is actually pretty underrated. And today we want to take a look on how exactly you can use that. But before I jump into the attacks, I want to show you guys the new Warden Skin, which is going to be the Pirate Warden. It's a pretty cool looking skin, especially I like the ammo because it just looks like super cool. How the Warden is like getting dragged around. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, so if you guys are thinking about buying the new gold pass, make sure to get a creator code in your account to support one of your favorite creators. If you want to support me, it's the creator code ITSU, and it's supporting us quite a lot, getting those daily videos out for you guys. So thank you guys so much for that. And well, it's only like around about 2 days left. But now let's get started with the first attack, and the first base is actually a base which, well, a couple of you guys might remember. This was my kind of MVP base I built and used in the Town Hall 13 ESL 5v5 championship, I would call it, or tournament, which we won as Tribe. And this was really the base which defended the best and even forced a couple of 1-stars. So back then the base was pretty insane. Now, I don't know if I would really recommend you guys would use it, but either way, let's try to attack it now with the Yeti Smash. And like I said, we are going to use the Ram with this. So first off, the Warden walk so far is doing great. In the beginning, a little bit strange how the Warden followed those 2 loons, but now the early rage to get through the single Inferno Tower. And one thing which I have to say at this point, because otherwise you guys might think I'm stupid, I'm trying right now to learn a bit of Yeti Smash, try to get a bit into the mood of Yeti Smash and everything. And I thought if you use the rage perfectly, like right from the beginning, you do not need to freeze. And guys, I was wrong. You need to freeze always on a single Inferno Tower. Good to know. Now for me, like normally I'm not really doing those Yeti Smash attacks like normally Danny's, like EveTech is always doing them. So that's kind of new for me, trying to get a bit into the mood of that, like I said. But now using the Ram to somehow make it to the Town Hall. On the other side, I'm using the King and the Witches and a couple of boulders over there, obviously, to make it through that compartment. And meanwhile, the Ram is still tanking and going in front of our Queen. That's kind of the key thing at the moment. We're saving one more rage because in the Ram itself, we're having a couple of Yetis, and those Yetis should be easily taking down the Town Hall in combination with the Queen and in combination with the Yeti Mites which are coming out. And then we have only those Expos left standing, and most of those defenses can be easily reached by our Queen and the Yeti or Yeti Mites. And well, now the Baby Dragon on the left side. And even though the beginning looked a little bit shaky, and to be honest, we swagged the complete Warden ability, this is still looking like a 3-star with the Royal Champ ability for the last couple of defenses. There are 3 more Tesla at the 6 o'clock corner, but to be honest, we don't care. This should be the next triple or the first triple for us in this video. And you guys see, the Ram is pretty underrated. Like no other siege machine could have provided us with this value, like making it actually to the Town Hall. A Blimp is always kind of risky, but a Ram, you can normally protect that as well with the Warden ability. If you don't swag it in the Warden walk, that's kind of the thing, obviously. But still, pretty nice attack overall, even though we swagged the Warden ability completely. So I think we should try to get into the next attack as soon as that one is going to be the 3-star. You guys see it. We have like 20 more seconds left for the last 2 buildings. And yeah, the Ram, the War Wrecker, it's pretty underrated. And let's use it one more time. So when you're attacking with the Ram, I feel like most of the time you want to enter on the other side of the Town Hall, which is kind of risky, I have to admit that. But as soon as you figure out on how power your Ram is actually getting and what are the things which you have to look out for, like single Inferno Towers, enemy heroes, those things which can really easily wreck your Ram really fast, you have to be careful with that. But now we are using the Warden Walk for the multi-inferno tower, and then the next goal is kind of to enter at around the 10-11 clock side, and then get the ram all the way to the town hall. That's kind of the goal which we're looking out for at the moment. And now we somehow need to get rid of the stupid Tesla farm, which is pretty annoying and could have like lured our Warden over, which would have been kind of bad for us at this point. But yeah, so far so good. The Tesla farm got cleared with our baby dragons, and now the Warden should go eventually at some point, maybe go for the Inferno Tower, and this time it's in multi, so I cannot really get the Warden killed over here. Then with this army composition you have a lot of rages, so use them. Time wise it's always nice to have. Now the Queen is dragging over the Warden. Make sure to use something in the range of the Warden, like troop wise, to get him over into your main squad. That's what I did with my Queen. And now a couple of wall breakers to open up the first compartment, and then the ram in behind to make sure that it's actually making it to the other side. Early rage to make sure that my troops are actually getting through the enemy Queen before she can lock onto my ram. And now you guys can see, like, everything is walking in front of the ram kinda. We still have a jump, another rage now, the Warden ability. So we make it through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walls, like layers of walls with the ram, which is pretty crazy. So as I said, if you can somehow get used to like knowing on how far your ram is getting, this siege machine is pretty good actually. And yeah, now the Royal Champion obviously on the flank. The Queen is barely staying alive. The healers hopefully at some point are switching, so they're healing her up. The Royal Champion is at the 6 o'clock side, like the Archer somewhere, whatever. And then if this is not going to be a time fail, which it should not be because we still have the Royal Champion ability, then yeah, nicely done overall. Obviously the defenses were not maxed, yes, I know that. But to be honest, I don't think it would have been that different with max defenses. It was a pretty nice overkill with like all of the healers, all of like a lot of Yetis still alive, and yeah, the Royal Champion was alive as well. So that was a nice attack, I think, and especially with the ram showcasing how strong the siege machine can actually be. But obviously we did a couple of other attacks as well when it comes down to the siege machine. So for example on this one, and that's I think the kind of the strength of Yeti's match at the moment. That's even though we have always the same army composition, it can be so versatile. It can be used in so many different ways. I think this is so powerful about the strategy. So for example, this makes for hybrid really strong as well, because you can use it in different ways, charge on different things. Like some people like to charge the town hall, some people like to charge the, I don't know, the clan castle, the eagle, scatter shots, whatever. So all of those players have different approaches to the same strategy, and this makes the strategy really strong if you can execute it on different ways, because this makes it really hard to predict as the base builder. And for example over here we used the blimp early on, so we're not saving it for anything else, and now obviously trying to get the Yeti smash in, one test wall breaker, the Warden in behind, the Boulders in behind, and trying to get into the base. Now the jump spell, and now it's kind of tricky because to be honest, we did not funnel the best. We should have funneled the top side with the Yeti, with the Warden Walk, like the top side, and then the Queen from the right side. But now it's kind of tricky because nothing is really going for the core. But because we're freaking lucky and those skeletons are getting triggered, there are a couple of Yetis going back, or actually I think only one Yeti, going back into the core. And then we just freeze the town hall, rage those two bowlers and this one Yeti up. And this means it's not a 1-star anymore, but we have actually a shot at getting 3 stars. So the next freeze we somehow need to use for our Queen so she can stay alive, because that's kind of our main DPS troop hero at this point. So that would be kind of nice if she would stay alive. One archer at the bottom side, and then we have one more baby dragon which we could place. But I'm waiting for our own Queen to take down the enemy air defense, and as soon as the air defense is down, then we can actually place the next baby dragon. There was a black man over there, the witch at the top side is still alive, the Queen is making it through the wall. We have only this one freeze, and now it's coming down to this one freeze to somehow save this attack. So single inferno towers on our Queen, we're using the freeze. I think we could have waited like 1 or 2 more seconds to actually drop the freeze, but still it should be alright because the Queen is not getting targeted, so she should stay alive for sure. And as soon as the air defense is down, like I said, we drop the baby dragon, and this should be the easy overkill predicted 3-star in the end. Yeah, like I said, I think I should have switched a little bit around with the Warden Walk and everything, but still, we got the 3-star. This is all what counts in my opinion. And yeah, the next 3-star for our video. So I have one more attack for you guys, and we're going to use another, once again, a different siege machine for that attack. So on this one, we're going to use the Slammer, and it's just so nice about this attack strategy that you can use so many different siege machines with it. So that's awesome. The Warthog obviously first, because you can clear in the second row without wall breaking him in, so he has like really nice range. I have to drop the Baby Dragon because I somehow misdropped my healers into the range of the air defense, into the range of the Archer Tower. Now I'm kind of thinking, okay, let's use the Ram maybe, but then I'm kind of switching around to the Slammer because, to be honest, we have to use the King at the bottom side to funnel this corner, and then we have to wall break our troops in, and then we still have the jump. So why would you use the Ram? The Ram makes no sense over here for us. So that's why I think, okay, we need something to get value out of it. The Siege Barrack makes no sense because we would have need to wall break the P.E.K.K.A. in, so that takes wall breakers, and we don't have any more wall breakers, so that makes no sense. So the Slammer is kind of the only thing, the only siege machine which makes actually sense at like this state of the game. And now to make sure that the enemy queen is not shooting all of our troops, I'm using the Slammer in combination with the Royal Champion to make sure that the enemy queen is distracted and can't lure our troops away from the town hall, so everything is going into the core. I'm using an early warden ability because there's so freaking a lot of there's so much damage in the core that we somehow need to get only to the town hall, and if our troops are staying alive to this part of the base, then we should be alright. The siege barracks, the Royal Champion ability at the top side, the enemy Royal Champion is getting tanked by the Yeti, so our Royal Champion is staying alive. And this one is going to be the next nice 3-star. And this is how you can attack ring bases with this pretty easily as well. Just make sure you have the correct funnel. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys liked those different siege machines, but especially the War Wrecker is pretty underrated. So let me guys know if you would use it, or if you're already using it maybe. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow. Until then, and bye bye.